Today we're going to be reacting on this video by Steve Harvey. It's titled "Life is Different as an Ugly Man." This was sent by one of my subscribers to compare like the differences between ugly guys and guys that are attractive. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's see what we got.
Do attractive men get away with more? I know that for a fact, cause I've had to answer way more questions with this face growing up, I promise you, than Denzel Washington had to ask.
So I think off the rip, everyone knows that people that are more attractive get away with more things. I don't think the idea is that they get away with more things. I think that people just want to naturally be around them. Because from a guy's perspective, if you see a pretty cute girl, just by the fact that she's attractive, you want to be around her, you want to talk to her more. And I think that the same thing applies for women. Like, women just want to be around attractive guys. If a guy looks like he's attractive, he smells good, or he looks good, his fashion sense, they just want to be around him. They want to feel like that vibe or the pheromones. If we want to get more scientific about it, it's the pheromones that the guy gives off, and by how he looks visually. That you want to be around that vibe.
Denzel ain't went through what I went through. He didn't have to, cause he was Denzel. I wasn't nobody but Steve. This when you know you ain't attractive. They don't even pronounce all the letters in your name. What's up, Steve? Cause they cut your name short so they can get it over with. I tell you something about ugly men though, if you date an ugly man, they check in more. Oh, they check in more. Yeah, they ain't checking in so you can know where they at. They checking in to make sure you ain't left yet.
Right, so he's saying here that like ugly guys check in more, and I would say that's true. I'm not gonna say ugly guys. I think guys that are not attractive yet. I think, as you know, you can always improve and you can always level up your style. But he's saying here that guys that are unattractive at that point in their lives, that they check in more. And I think that's true because especially guys that get a girl that's a lot more attractive than they are, they're more like worried about it. They get more anxious about how their girl's doing. Like they kind of surprised that they got a girl that's that fine or that looks that good, and they have to constantly like check in, make sure that she's not, you know, she hasn't left them yet, like he's saying, and make sure that she's still like there with him. But I think it's just more an insecurity. I know a lot of quote ugly guys that have some beautiful women, and it's more about their mindset, the way that they think and the way that they talk to these girls, and just the way that they carry themselves. They either make a lot of money, they have a lot of confidence in themselves just by the way that they perceive themselves, or they're confident in their abilities. Like a lot of fighters are like this. They're just confident in their abilities, and they know that they can knock out any guy that comes by or wants to talk to their girl. They're confident in like their ability for fighting and violence. So, but yeah, I completely agree. I think ugly, insecure guys have to check in more to make sure that their girl hasn't left them.
Hey, baby, it's me. I'm just checking in. You still there? We still together? Mm-hmm. Thank you. You seen anybody pretty today? That's good. That's good. I'll be home soon as I get off work. Yeah, thank you. Because ladies, how many of you have tried to stop an ugly dude from calling you? It's hard, ain't it? You know why? Because ugly men persistent. They more determined than attractive men. The options ain't as good. So you gave us the number, doggone it, you got to answer.
Alright, so he's saying here that ugly guys are more persistent than attractive guys. I don't think it's because attractive guys aren't persistent. I think that attractive guys have more options. Like, they have that abundance mindset where if one girl is not talking to them, they have other girls that they can talk to. So this girl's not working out, you got other 2-3 girls that you can talk to. So he has more options. And then the guy that doesn't have options, in this case the ugly guy, he's more persistent because that's the only girl that he's talking to. That's the only girl that he thinks that he can get. So he's very persistent for that reason. I don't think it's a virtue. I think it's because he lacks options, not because he has like the characteristic of being a persistent guy. It's just that he lacks options. I think the attractive guy is just as persistent, but another girl that he might be more interested in.
The thing about dating an ugly man, though, it's advantages, lady. You date an ugly man, he ain't ever too busy. You can call him for anything. You need your refrigerator and your sofa moved up to the 3rd floor. You don't call nobody cute. You call an ugly man. Be right there. Be right there. And in 23 minutes, he got that refrigerator and that sofa up on that 3rd floor by himself. Now, there are some features that ugly men can have that won't make them so ugly anymore.
All right, so he's saying that guys that are ugly will drop everything to go help out the girl that he's interested in. So I have a couple thoughts about this. I think this falls a lot on guys. If you drop everything to go help out a girl, then you have no mission or you have no purpose. So you lack that in your life, and the best way to do that is to please a girl, to give you like that sense of like purpose. It's one thing if you're trying to be friendly, like if you have a really good friend that you've met, you know, she's really cool with you. But if any girl just hits you up and you drop everything that you're doing, that means that you don't really have anything going on in your own life, and it's just more of a reflection that this guy, you know, he lacks purpose or hobbies or skills in his own life that fulfill him. That should be more of a red flag for girls. If a guy just drops everything, it gives more of those simpish vibes. There are simps out there, like this would be a simp, and he has to make up for his I guess like his lack of attraction of attractive appearance by being there at any point. But I think this is just gonna blow up on his face because one, he's getting away from his purpose, his mission. The purpose and mission that will make him more valuable, that will make him look more attractive. For example, if he's dedicating that time to a craft or a skill set that's going to make him more money, if he's dedicating that time to working on himself, working on his hygiene, working on his dress game, making sure that he's looking fresher, looking more dapper, he's taken away from all that to please one woman. And women take that for granted. If you're at any moment's notice, snap a finger and you show up, they take that more for granted and they won't respect you as much. And that's kind of where the whole simp ideology comes from guys that just don't really have much going for themselves and they always try to please the woman.
See, ladies, you need to look at some of these features, because some of these features can help you overlook some of these flaws. Here's a good feature to have: a house. He got his own house. You got an apartment, he got a house. Sexy, ain't it? Starting to feel him a little bit, huh? You understand what I'm saying? How about this right here? A nice car. You got a bus pass, he got a nice car. He's starting to come up a little bit. You starting to feel a little bit different about Little Ugly. I'm trying to tell you. How about this right here? A good, high-paying, six-figure job. Why is he still ugly? It can't be. 6 figures? You got to put your finger in your mouth and go, you know what? He kinda cute. Hey, I'm Steve Harvey.
All right. Okay, so he made a lot of good points there. Let's break it down. So he started saying that if this guy has a house, if he has a 6-figure job, and he has a car, it makes him look a little bit more attractive. So he's talking about the resources that this guy can procure. We're not talking about his appearance or his attraction anymore, like how he actually looks. So one, there's some incongruency here, because a guy that makes 6 figures, he can invest a lot more of that money into himself, into his appearance. Again, like the dress game, the way that you present yourself, the way that you smell, the way that you take care of your smile, the way that you take care of your appearance, that makes you just look off the bat more attractive. If you're hitting the gym, you're staying at that sweet spot of 10 to 15% body fat, you're just automatically going to look a lot more attractive. But then once you start adding some more resources, once you have that car, that nice car, maybe you have like a nice sports car, you have a house, this is just gonna even elevate you even more. The issue here is that he's saying that like this guy is ugly, but he has these resources. And I've seen it. Like I've seen guys that they might be quote ugly, and they have like certain resources, and it's very true that just having like those resources, they're going to have more options. They're going to become more attractive based off the resources that they can get. I just think that in most scenarios, a guy that has those resources is usually attractive, or he's working on himself, he's building himself up as well. I think that they can only take you so far. And if you're ugly, you don't have like that natural, genuine desire that you want to have from the girl that you're with. Like whether any sexual partner that you're with, any girl that you potentially want to talk to, there's such thing as genuine desire, and there's just desire based off of the things that you have. And you always want to go for the genuine desire, where she likes you more for your personality. She also likes you more for the way that you look physically, the way that you carry yourself, your demeanor, your thoughts. And then the rest is just a bonus. Like the resource that you have is a bonus. You never want to lead with your wallet, meaning that you're showing off whenever you're talking to a new girl, because she's gonna treat you like a wallet. She's gonna treat you like a bank, like an ATM. You want to let your girl find these things out on her own in a very subtle, discreet way, where you're not giving it off like, yeah, like I have money, I have this much in the bank, look at my new car, look at my new house. You want to do it more in a chill vibe, where maybe, let's say you invite a girl out, you don't mention nothing about what you do for work, and then you take her out, and then she sees maybe your car, and she's like, okay, like she's a little bit more interested based off your car, and then you take her back home to your place for drinks, and then your work speaks for itself. I think that has a lot more volume. Another thing is that again, you don't want to leave with your wallet. If a girl's attracted to you more because of your resources, you have to really discern on how you want to play that relationship. Is it just for fun, or is there some potential there? And that's just one thing that you got to understand. Maybe she might be interested in you because of your resources as opposed to your looks. So I think this is a great video, but I think it speaks a lot of truth on the nature of being attractive, also being not attractive, and also having resources as opposed to not having resources. Because I've met some guys that are very attractive but have no resources, and have had a lot of success with the ladies. The trouble that these guys encounter is the retention part, where they can't retain the girl because they don't have the resources. They don't have like bigger ambitions, bigger goals, and then the girls start to pick up on it. But they do lock in that first date, they do have a good time together, and then they just can't retain it. So this is not just short-term game, you have to also think the long-term. But this is a great video that really emphasizes on both sides of the spectrum. If you're new to my channel, all we talk about is masculine development, self-improvement. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also give us a like. I'll catch you all in the next video. Stay strong, stay relentless, and keep on conquering. Peace.